Welcome back. We're continuing our discussion with Gleb Lisikh, a senior fellow of the C2C Journal, who's explaining his adventures, or poor adventures, I suppose, within the Canadian legal system, as he was concerned about a course his son was supposed to enroll in, but was barred simply because of the color of his skin. So, Gleb, to finish off or to pick up where we left off, so you sent a note or a letter to the Minister of Education, to the ministry, asking them to explain what the heck is going on. Are they aware? What response did you get from the Ministry of Education when you flagged this injustice?
I got nothing. Like, nobody replied, so that's a very easy answer.
Okay, and then what did you do?
Well, then I went to the Human Rights Tribunal. Sorry, yeah. Before that, I filed. I did the petition. Right, just appealing to people. Petitions.org site. I think it's still there. So I did not collect too many votes there. I was not sure what to do. I just started to broadcast my experience to the world, more or less. And after that, I applied to Human Rights Tribunal, thinking that would be a clear-cut case of a discrimination.
And so this was being obviously in Ontario, so it was the Ontario Human Rights Tribunal. What was that application like? Is it a very heavy, long application process when you submitted?
Oh no, with the Human Rights Tribunal, the application is pretty straightforward and very
Okay.
simple. Like obviously, nobody likes filling up those forms and paperwork, but this one is relatively simple. Just your name, explain what happened, some other stuff, including questions about your race, obviously, right?
Mhm.
Ethnicity and stuff like that. So yeah, no, compared to what I experienced afterwards, that was a very, very simple application.
Okay, so then what happened?
Oh, well, what happened? But I just basically waited for a year. Again, no response. Almost about exactly a year, they came back to me saying that um, they are considering the application, which got me excited. So, and a couple of months later, they said, "Well, you don't have a standing, and we're going to dismiss that application." So at that time, I didn't even know what that notion of standing was. They asked me to fill in the form, so-called Form 4A. I'm not sure how much I want to go into those nitty-gritty details of all the things I've done.
But well, explain what the Form
At the
4A
risk
is.
of boring
Because
you.
no, I think the Form 4A was important. When I read your story, I thought that was important. What is the Form 4A?
The Form 4A is a kind of funny one. That's why I was so reluctant to fill it in initially. Well, it's still. The Form 4A is for a minor to give consent to a parent or legal guardian like myself to represent a minor in a court. Just to let that sink in.
Yes, because a minor
The
can't
minor
consent.
is giving you, as a parent, a consent to represent him in a court, right? In my whole life experience, it's always been the opposite, right? A parent would give a consent to a school, a sport
Mhm.
organization to do this or that with a child, right? It's like a disclaimer, but this is a completely opposite. A minor gives consent to a parent to represent him. That's to me was ridiculous, totally backward. And initially, I didn't even interpret it. I thought it was just a mistake, right? How that can be asked of a parent and a legal guardian and a biological parent to do. Like, have they ever had a case when a minor walks in a courtroom by himself without help of any adult? I doubt it. I haven't checked, but I mean, there are certain things, common sense, that you just kind of don't want to even check into. But
Right.
the way my journey is going is that any non-common sense things probably can happen. It's very Kafkaesque right now.
My goodness. Okay, so you appealed, I guess that you wanted to appeal their decision that you don't have standing. How did you do that?
Well, as I said initially, I just ignored that thinking that's some kind of a mistake. I replied to them saying, I'm a parent, so what do you want me to do? I represent my child. I don't need any forms. So they dismissed my application, right? But then there is a process of uh, asking to change the decision, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's called reconsideration. So I applied for reconsideration. I gave them the form. I said, okay, if you
Okay, I'm
want
going to
this
hold
form,
you
you can
there,
have it.
and you're going to explain to us what happened in just a moment.